Happy Friday. I wanted to talk to you guys about the system that I use that keeps me in the best shape as a parent all year round. Lean, full of energy, strong. And I wanted to share this with you guys because I think it's important, one, to have a system in place as parents. We have systems in work, we have systems when it comes to our kids and when they go to bed, when they take baths, when they eat, their nap times. We have to have systems as well. And if we are letting our systems fall, like what are we doing to our kids, Or are we just having the systems and structures in place for our kids, but we don't have them for ourselves? Like what kind of role models are we being if we don't even have any systems or structures for ourselves? And this all led back to 2013 when I had my son at 2009, so 10, 11, 12, 13. So he was 4 years old, and I honestly had nothing in place when it came to systems, and that was one of the lowest points I had ever been in my life. I was drinking, I was smoking weed, I was sniffing coke, I did a little Molly every once in a while. I was doing a lot of bad shit. I'd never honored my word. And at that time, I was just kind of hopping around. I was, going on dates with women, and I was like, kind of wanted to be in a relationship, but wasn't. And just things just felt off. They just didn't feel right. But I didn't know how to fix it. I didn't know what direction to head in because there was so many things online of, oh, do this, do that. But I wasn't, here's what I was doing, which was, I don't know, I can't take it back. I wouldn't take anything back, but here's what I was chasing. And I want to let you guys know what I was chasing versus what you could do to fix your situation a lot faster. As I was just chasing a body. Like I just wanted to be in good shape. But there was no purpose behind it. There's no meaning behind it. I just wanted the abs, and I just wanted the shoulders, and I just wanted the chest, and I just wanted to look good in a swimsuit in the summertime and be confident and fit in my clothes better. It wasn't because I wanted to be a better father. It wasn't because I want to teach my kids how to have discipline in their life. It wasn't because I wanted to be a good role model and cook my food and show my kids that, hey, you can have a healthy lifestyle and here's what it's going to lead you to. Because now this is what I teach everyone. It's like, hey, we're not chasing a scale number. We're not chasing necessarily a body. Is that the byproduct of what we want? Of course, but let's chase a purpose. Let's actually become a role model. And I was not a role model for my son in 2013. Even when I was stepping on stage competing in bodybuilding, I competed in men's physique, but I still wasn't, I don't think, a good role model. I was still breaking my word with him when I had him because we did long distance parenting, his mother and I. She lived in a little town called Jamestown. I lived in Fargo, North Dakota, and we did long distance, and it was hard, because, I'd get him and I wasn't always present with him. I didn't have a system in place. And I took my anger out on him. And meaning that all of my problems came off on him. All of my frustration came off on him. He got the brunt of it, unfortunately. And it took me a while. It honestly took me up until about 5 years ago, in 2020, to realize that I need to be the man that I admire every single day. I need to be the parent that I look up to. What habits does that man have? What habits does that parent have? When are they grocery shopping? Are they meal prepping every single week? How many times a week are they going to the gym? How are they handling their mental health? Are they going to church? Do they read the Bible? How much do they focus on themselves? How do they talk to themselves? How are they treating themselves? How are they treating other people around them? That's the man that I needed to become. But I honestly had to write these things down. I had to write these things down of like everything that I needed and wanted in my life. I needed to write down the man that I was becoming. I needed to create that version first. It's kind of like when you guys build a house. If any of you guys have built a house on here, you know, not bought one, buying one's different than building one, and not with your own bare hands, having obviously a builder do it. But when you do it, you get to pick everything out, but you get to see the whole stage of the house, you know, and you get to pick the lot, and you get to pick the, you know, the style of home, and you get to pick the siding, and you get to pick the flooring and the colors on the inside and the paint and the shingles and the garage doors, and you get to build it on the inside out. But in order for you to do that, there's a vision inside first that has to come about, and then that vision goes to the builder, and then the builder puts it together for you, and then you look at it and you're like, hey, okay, let's execute on this. Now you pay this and we will build you this. But here's what we have to pay as parents, okay? The price that you have to pay is you have to give up the old version of you. You're going to have to give up all the old habits. You're going to have to give up all the shit that you used to do. You're going to have to give it up. There's going to be a sacrifice. There's a sacrifice in order to build a house, and it's a financial sacrifice. Now, if you want to become this better version of yourself, you might have to financially sacrifice and bringing a coach on and actually helping you, because that's what I've done. I wanted to get there faster. If you guys were to personally want to go build the house yourself and not go through a builder, that would take you a long time. And it would mean that you're stubborn as hell to do so. But we hire builders because they can do it a lot faster, because they have a system. And we have to have that system. You guys could do it on your own, but fuck, it's going to take you so long. That's why I was able to do this. I transformed my body within years. 16 weeks was my first transformation. 16 weeks of just working hard and dialed in on one system. And then I repeated that system for 6 years straight. And then after I broke my femur, my system had to change because, well, one, I got into a serious relationship, which is now my wife. So I didn't want to bodybuild anymore because it took up a lot of my time. And this system is the system that I help my clients on with it on an everyday basis. And it's a system that you can incorporate into your daily life every single day. That's the thing. It's like, you guys shouldn't be looking for quick fixes. Don't look for, that's like, we settle way too much. I used to settle so much. If I wanted something, but then they didn't have it, like a shoe. You go into a shoe store and you want a specific shoe. And they don't have it, but then they'll try to sell you another shoe. And what we do is we settle. Or even a car. We settle. They don't have that exact model. They don't have the exact interior. It doesn't come with that engine. It doesn't come with those wheels. But I'll take this. Why not do this one? Okay, and then we settle. Why do you guys settle so much? I understand why you do, because I've done it. I used to settle for everything until I started having standards for myself of like, no, I'm not settling. I'm going to work to get this. Here's what I'm going to have. Why? Because I deserve it. I'm worthy of it. And if you don't feel worthy and you don't feel valuable of having something, or having the body, or having the mindset, or having the relationship with God, or even having a relationship, or even a marriage, if you don't feel worthy of that, that's just because you have broken so many promises with yourself. And if you've broken promise after promise after promise, at some point, You're not going to feel valuable because you're chipping away at your worth. You're chipping away at your value because you keep breaking fucking promises. Stop breaking fucking promises. Honor your word. If you say you're going to go to the gym, go to the gym. That's one of my standards. I don't go to the gym when I'm motivated. I go just because it's a standard of mine. It's necessary. The gym allows me to take out my frustrations. The gym allows me to build a body that I'm proud of. The gym makes me confident, makes me swole. I fit really good in my clothes. It builds muscle. It's got shoulders on me. It's built the chest. It's built my legs. It's built discipline. It's built the standard. My kids know that I go to the gym. So what does my 15-year-old son now do several times a week? He goes to the gym. That's his standard. Because he's seen me do it even though he's 1,500 miles away. He's seen me going to the gym. Do you realize that when you start doing this, your kids are going to watch you, your spouse is going to watch you, and when your standard becomes different and new and the standard is going to the gym, do you realize that their standards are also going to change and you don't even have to beg them to do it. They're just going to watch you do it. Another standard of mine that is incorporated with the system that I do that keeps me lean and it keeps a six-pack on me all year round and keeps me strong and full of energy is I track my macros. Just depending on the stage that I'm in, if I'm in a cutting phase or a fat loss phase, if I'm in a reverse maintenance phase, going back up to maintenance and adding food back in, or I'm in a surplus phase. Well, right now I'm in a cutting phase. So I know every single year, like when I'm going to be in either a cutting phase or a fat loss phase, a reverse phase, a maintenance phase, I know when I'm going to do that. In the summertime, it's fat loss phase because it's summertime. I want to take my shirt off. I don't want to be all bulky. I don't want to have a little bit of excess body fat on me. Now, I've built my body through bodybuilding so that when I eat quite a bit of food, I don't get too fat. I put on a little bit of fat tissue, yes, but not a lot. I usually stay under 15% body fat all year round. Could you imagine if you stayed, under 15% or moms stayed under 20% all year round? Could you imagine that? Imagine what you'd feel like. Imagine the confidence that you have. Imagine how you show up at barbecues, when you go on the pontoon, when you go on the lake, when you go to the beach. Imagine that. And imagine the standards that would change in your house, or imagine the standards of how you would keep things in your car. You'd keep your house clean. You'd keep your car clean. You'd be organized with all your paperwork in your house. You'd be organized when it comes to your toothbrush, like your toothbrush and your floss. And, like I have all of my things that are all organized in their own little containers, like my TRT stuff. It's all a little organized. If you open up my little toiletry pantry, everything is in line. It's all lined up because that's my standard. And this is all started in the gym. I'm always tracking my macros. I'm always making sure that I'm eating my protein intake that I need for the day, my carbohydrate intake, my fat intake, and I'm watching my fiber because fiber helps so that I don't snack a bunch and so that I have proper digestion and I stay full. So the standard, I lift weights at least 5 days a week. I'm tracking my macros every single day. Are there days that I miss? Yes, I'm human. I'm not a fucking robot. And I know you're not a robot either. But I don't miss for more than a day. If something happens and I'm traveling or something or I'm gone on vacation, I'm not tracking at all. But if I'm gone for a day or traveling for a day, I'm just like, I'm going to track what I eat in the morning and then just be mindful of what I'm eating later. But I'm not allowing myself to just completely deviate because I've eaten in such a structured way for so long. I know how to eat when I'm away. I know that I need to eat high protein meals. I know that I need to have some moderate carbohydrates. I know that I need to have some fruit, some fiber when I'm gone. Another part of this system is movement. I walk every single day. Wherever I go, I can walk. How much? I don't know, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. You can walk as much as you need to. Start with 5 minutes. Just start doing something. Just start moving. Wherever I go, this system goes with me. This system is not just something I can use in my house. This system is something I can use on vacation. This system is something I can use when I have to travel for something. And it's the same system that you can use every single day. You're like, well, I don't know what my macros are. Well, bring on a coach. There's tons of macro calculators out there, but here's the thing. Most macro calculators are not going to be specific to you. They're going to be specific to your weight, your height, your gender, and that's it. But it doesn't know about how much stress that you go through. It doesn't know that you're a mom and you're a newborn mom and you're breastfeeding. It doesn't know that you're a dad and you work your ass off and you go through so much stress and your brain is fighting mental shit all day long. It doesn't know that you sleep 4 hours a day. It doesn't know any of that shit. That's why you got to bring on a coach, because they help you fine tune this to your lifestyle and to your life and to your body and to your needs and your wants and your goals. And the fourth thing is that, well, it's kind of like 4 and 5. Fourth thing is we get up early every single day. We hit a wake-up time, a range of a wake-up time, okay? My wake-up time's like 4:15, so I wake up between 4:15 and 4:30. Sometimes 4, sometimes 3:45. Just depends. That's my first win of the day. That's how I know, like, hey, I won. I got up. That's the hardest thing to do to begin the day, is getting the fuck out of bed. It's the hardest thing to do. And then with that, getting up, I have a process where I sit in silence, where I'm doing a breathing exercise, Navy SEAL box breathing. I inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, exhale for 4 seconds, hold that for 4 seconds, and I repeat that for 6 minutes, just on YouTube. Super simple. I'll include it in the link below. I pray and read the Bible every day. That's part of my belief. It's not something you have to do, but it's just something that helps me. It helps bring peace to my life. Instead of starting my day off with chaos, which it started with all the time, which I'm assuming that the majority of your days that you start are with chaos, I start my day with peace, because I want to have a good day. I journal gratitude. I'm grateful for this. Like, I'm sitting on this wooden table right now. It's not the greatest table. It's kind of falling apart, but I'm grateful for it, because I get to sit on it and talk to you guys. I go through the Bible app and I go through their little devotion, and that's it. That's how I start my day. So I start my day by getting up something hard. I start my day praying, talking to God, getting my mind right so that I can not be setting my day up for chaos, but setting up for peace to begin the day, because you guys know that all our days begin with war. Every day is war. And it's always going to be. You think life is going to get less busy? No, it's going to get busier. Do you think it's going to calm down? No. Come on. Really? You think it's going to fucking calm down? No. I'll do it when I'm less busy. When's that going to be? You guys got to incorporate these things into your life right now so that you just know how to do it. Why do it when you're less busy? That'll never happen. Why not incorporate it into your life when shit's fucking crazy right now so that you just know how to do it? These things have calmed me down. I used to be an angry fucking man. Always angry. Do I still get mad sometimes? Of course. I mean, every man does. Every woman does. Every mom does. Every parent does. Do I get mad? But I don't lose my shit like I did before. But instead of talking about changing, instead of talking about having a body for the summer or having a physique that you admire all year round, can you guys just do it? Stop waiting for Monday. Stop waiting for next week. Stop waiting for when the conditions are perfect. The conditions are never going to be perfect. You guys have heard like the most millionaires are always built in a recession. It's in times of uncertainty, not certainty. You got to do things when honestly you're uncertain. You just gotta be like, no, I'm just gonna do it in uncertainty, because who knows when the certainty is gonna come? You don't know. You never fucking know. So build your own certainty. Build your own guarantees. The program that I have isn't guaranteed success. The clients that work with me They can guarantee their own success by just doing the work. And that's how you guys can do it. You can guarantee your own success if you just put the fucking work in. You could just take everything that I told you right now. You could walk every day. You could get up early every day. You could write some gratitude, maybe pray if you believe in that. Do some breathing exercises. You could hit the gym at least 3 times a week. Walk every day. I promise you, if you did that for 1 week, you would start to feel better. Just from just a mindful standpoint, you would start to feel better. You'd be like, God, I feel just better. Even if you were to put on a pound. This change has to start with you guys, though. No one's going to do this for you. No one's going to tell you, hey, you got to change. So people might encourage you, but they're not going to tell you to fucking change. Unless you get divorced because you're not changing and your spouse is sick of your shit because you're angry or you're frustrated or you treat yourself like shit or you treat them like shit. And that's just because you don't have habits on a daily basis that allow you to be a peaceful human being or a happy human being. All you do is live in chaos, you live in stress, and you live in frustration all day long, and you don't fucking do anything about it. And I think it's time you do something about it.